Dear student, Assalamu alaikum. It is online teaching program. Saima Fatma is here to teach you. In the previous lecture, you studied unit number 6. Today, we are going to study unit number 6, The Ant Lion. It is a story written by Judith Wright. Judith Wright was born on 31st May 1915. She was an Australian poet, environmentalist, and a campaigner for Aboriginal land rights. She was a recipient of the Christopher Brennan Award. She also received the Australian National Living Treasure Award in 1998. She is considered as one of the best-known poets of Australia. Apart from several volumes of poems, she has also written a number of books for children and a book of short stories, The Nature of Love, which was published in 1966. The Ant Lion is taken from this book of short stories. The Ant Lion is an Australian short story published in Judith Wright's The Nature of Love in 1966. This is her first collection of short stories. The story's setting is primarily Queensland, and the story made its first entry in the Bulletin like all the other stories in The Nature of Love. The Ant Lion gives its readers analysis of and insight into child psychology. The Ant Lion is about two children's fascination with a predatory animal. The fascination turns to disgust. The ant lion are a group of about 2,000 species of insect known for the fiercely predatory habits of their larvae, which in many species dig pits to trap passing ants or other prey. Ant lions live just beneath small conical pits they create in sandy or loose soil. There they wait quietly, ready to grab any ant or other insect unlucky enough to tumble down the sides. The story is full of fantastic, detailed description that places us with the two children. It is almost as we are watching the ant lion's attacks ourselves. Let us study the story. Now we are going to study page 81 of the lesson Ant Lion. First of all, vocabulary. Thrust, push violently. Twig, a small branch. Pit, deep hole. Fury, extreme anger. Burst out, attacked, moved with great force. Seized, caught. Dare, venture. Gingerly, with extreme caution. The characters of the story are the two children. Morvina, a girl. Max, a boy. He is the brother of Morvina. Max and Morvina were absorbed in watching the ant lion attacking its prey. Morvina didn't like it. She didn't want the ant lion kill the ant. It seemed brutal to her. In order to save the ant from the ant lion, she used a twig to push the ant up the slope away from the ant lion. But her effort went useless as her brother Max, who was lying opposite to her, blew hard, making the ant fall back to the bottom of the pit. The ant lion seized its opportunity. He attacked the ant, caught it, and then disappeared. There was sudden short movements in the sand, which showed that the ant struggled to save its life. The struggle of the ant, trying to escape the ant lion and save its life, had made the children hold their breath. After the ant lion had caught the ant and buried it, they breathed again. Now the suspense was over. They were feeling a kind of guilt. Max's face was quite red. Perhaps he was embarrassed, or maybe he was very excited. The scene of the killing of the ant by the lion was very shocking for Morvina. That's why her mouth was open. Max wanted to know how many ants the lion could kill. He brought him the 3 ants. Now he said that he would bring him a meat ant which is bigger in size to see what the lion would do with it. Morvina didn't like this idea. She tried to stop her brother from doing so, but Max didn't listen to her. he went across the ant hill, holding a twig in his hand. Morvina screamed to see it. She didn't want the antlion to kill any more ants. She threatened that she would kill the antlion if Max didn't stop it. Max told her not to dare that. He had seen the antlion for the first time. He was very excited at his discovery and wanted to show it to all his friends. When he came back, he was holding the twig in a very careful manner and moving it continuously to avoid the sting of the red ant which was running on the twig. Page number 82. First of all, words meanings: shook, moved; obstinate, stubborn; clung, held on tightly; intent, determined; disloyed, displaced, removed; awful, very bad; unpleasant; peered, looked closely; frenziedly, wildly, as if in a panic; leaned, bent. Then Max declared that he was going to put the ant into the pit to feed the lion. He moved the twig hard to throw the ant into the pit, but it didn't. It clung to the twig. This made Max angry. At last, he used a blade of grass and threw the ant into the pit with its help. Morvina covered her eyes with her hands. She didn't want to see that horrible scene. She told her brother that he had done a very cruel deed. But the ant had fallen into the pit. Morvina saw it through the gap of her fingers. It was a big and strong ant, and it was trying hard to escape. Morvina thought that it might escape. Then she took her hands down and bent forward to see what would happen to the ant. Page number 82, third and fourth paragraph. First of all, words meanings: arena, central part of a stadium; crouched, stooped, treacherously, deceptively, persistently, continuing, determinedly; slid, slipped; stir, movement; pursed, formed lips in a small tight round shape; stared, gazed; hesitated, showed indecision. Imagine that the bottom of the pit was a battlefield. Antlion crouched over there under the sand, waiting for the ant to slide down. But the ant was very big. It was bigger even than the lion. Max was very excited. He thought it would be a fun to watch that battle. The ant tried to climb up to save its life, but with its every effort, the sand slipped. This made the ant confused. It sobbed, slipped, and reached the bottom of the pit. Just then, there was a movement in the sand. It was the lion which was hiding over there and saw him. It made a desperate effort and rushed. The sand was slipping, but the ant didn't surrender. It kept on and reached the top. Morvina shouted excitedly, but Max threw the ant to the bottom of the pit with his twig. Both Morvina and Max were completely absorbed in watching this battle. After a moment's hesitation, ant again started its struggle and tried to climb the slope. Page number 82, last four paragraphs. Words meaning: dexterous, deft, clever; stumpy, short and thick; hindering, obstructing; panic, great fear; frantically, wildly; cicadas; transparent winged insect; monotonous, never changing, boring; shrill, loud and unpleasant sound; swayed, moved. Triumph, victory; relentless, not yielding; dingo, Australian wild dog; harassing, worrying; desperate, tried when there is little hope; thrashed, moved violently; made headway, made progress; grub, young form of an insect; praised, pressed. Then the lion came in action. He started moving its heavy head, which flew the sand, that the walls of the pit slipped down, so it became difficult for the ant to climb up. Max was watching it excitedly. In spite of its utmost struggle, the ant couldn't climb up. It slipped again and again. It grew tired. Morvina couldn't see it anymore. She went aside to avoid that awful scene. Just then, Max shouted in excitement. Morvina asked him what happened and looked down into the pit. What she saw? At last, the poor ant was caught by the line. He had caught its one leg. His two-legged jaws clung to its leg, just as the hound horrifying a sheep. The ant moved its free leg violently, making a last effort to escape. It got a bit success, but the ant lion was very strong, and ant couldn't find anything to grip. Marvina thought that she should save the ant's life. She remembered their mother forbade them to be cruel to animals, but now she didn't want to put her twig into the pit, even if Max would allow her to do so. She felt shameful and kept on looking down. Page number 83, first two paragraphs, words meanings. Enraptured, delighted intensely, spasmodic, jerky, released, set free, scurry, quick short movement, rearing, raising on back legs, shovel, tool with handle and broad blade, wagtail, small bird with a long tail, placidly, calmly, peacefully, creek, inlet, a narrow area of water. Dimensions, size, length, breadth and height. Plant moved up and down suddenly. Enormous, very big, large, huge. Shriek, scream, groaning, loud deep sound. Hopped, spring on all feet together. Abdomen, belly, fence, railing. The ant had been fighting continuously to save its life. It had grown weak, slow. It was an opportunity for the lion. He left its leg and attacked its body. He caught the ant from the abdomen. Quick short movements were seen in the pit. The ant was standing on its back legs on the sand, which was going up like the fountain water. The children were watching the ant lion tearing and killing the meat ant. His jaws were working like the shovel. Shovel is a tool with a long handle and a broad blade, and it is used to move snow, earth, sand, etc. It was the afternoon. The bird wagtail was hopping on the fence. The other ants were running here and there, busy in their routine activities. The water flowing in the creek was making a noise. Creek is an inlet, a narrow area of water. But the two children were absorbed in watching the battle between the ant lion and the meat ant. They were completely unaware of their surroundings. Only the pit and its creatures were the focus of their attention. The battle was going on between the ant and the lion, and it was a matter much more important for the children than anything else in the whole world. The ant lion was attacking the meat ant. He was the predator and the ant was its victim. The air should have been full of the shrieks of the victim ant and the groanings of the predator lion. Vocabulary, page number 83, last three paragraphs. Severed, cut off, quivering, trembling, ruthlessly, pitilessly, larder, pantry, place for storing food, hideous, horrifying, extremely ugly, swift, quick, fast, shudder, a shaking movement, hump, raised part. Victim, sufferer, contours, outlines, detaching, removing, exhausted, tired, panting, gasping for breath, vanished, disappeared, still, motionless, uncertainly, hesitantly, without confidence. At last, the ant fell. Its effort proved useless. Its weight was cut off. Its legs were trembling in the air. The antlion cut its abdomen off from the body, hid it in the sand with the other ants in his place of storing food. The children felt that antlion was a machine which was under the influence of some very powerful thing. He looked so horrifying and ugly that Morvina shook to see him working in that way. Then gradually the hunter ant lion and its prey meat ant became invisible into the sand. Now nothing was seen over there in the pit, but only sand and sandy raised part. There was silence in the pit. The whole scenario had been changed. No activity could be seen over there. Max stood up slowly. He was not looking as enthusiastic and excited as he was before this. His eyes were fully opened and looked dark. Morvina asked him if he was intending to bring another ant to feed the ant lion. She had mixed feelings. She was in a state of hope. At the same time, she was afraid. At one hand, she hoped that her brother would quit the activity after seeing this horrid scene. On the other hand, she feared that he would carry on his activity. Max replied in negative. He stood up. Neither he was looking at the pit nor at Morvina. He said, "Enough is enough." It's an idiom, which means that something shouldn't continue any longer. So he didn't want to continue his activity anymore. Morvina asked him if he was going to bring Harry and show it to him. Max asked her to stop. He didn't want to talk on that topic. He stood absorbed in his thought. His attention was somewhere else. Then he started running off the creek bank. His speed became faster and faster. It was something amazing for Morvina. She stood there for a moment, unable to understand the situation, or she was undecisive what to do. Then she also started to run. When they reached far from the pit, they stopped. They were tired and out of breath. Well, students, why do you think Max changed his mind about showing antlion to his friends? At the start of the story, he seemed very excited, but in the end, he was perplexed and disturbed. What changed his mood? The ruthlessness with which the antlion had disposed of the meat ant had put Max off. He was probably a little shaken by the violence shown by the antlion and didn't want anything to do with it anymore. Well, students, we have completed the reading of the story. Hopefully, you understood it. Now we are going to do exercise A1. Answer the following questions. Question number 1. In the first paragraph of the story, what are the two children trying to do? In the first paragraph of the story, Morvina tried to push the ant up the shifting sand slope to save it from the ant lion, but Max blew it down to the pit bottom. Question number 2. How do we know that Morvina is not too keen on continuing the activity that she and her brother are engaged in? Morvina is not too keen on continuing the activity that she and her brother are engaged in because she tries to stop her brother from getting any more ants to feed the ant lion. She says she won't watch anymore and covers her eyes. Question number 3. How do we know that the children are completely absorbed in watching the meat ant being attacked by the ant lion? Choose two sentences from different paragraphs which tell us that their concentration was directed towards the battle alone. Answer is, the following sentences show that the children are completely absorbed in watching the meat ant being attacked by the ant lion. First sentence. In their minds, the ant and its arena of battle enlarged and filled the whole world. Second sentence. Round them the afternoon continued. A wagtail hopped on the fence. Other ants ran placidly about their business. The creek below made its endless liquid noise over the rocks. But to the two children, all had shrunk to the dimensions of the pit and the creature in it. Question number 4 is, what difficulties did the meat ant have to contend with in trying to get out of the reach of the ant lion? Answer. In trying to get out of the reach of the ant lion, the meat ant had to contend with the sand slope that slipped so treacherously and persistently away as it climbed, and with Max, who was using his stick to push it down. Question number 5. Which words and expressions are used to describe the movement of the ant lion? The following words and expressions are used to describe the movements of ant lion: quick, dexterous, thrush, jerk, and seized. Question number 6, and it is the last question. At the beginning, Max says about the ant lion, "I want to show it to everyone." At the end of the story, Morvina asks him excitedly, "Are you going to bring Harry down and show it to him?" Max tells her to shut up. Why do you think he changed his mind about showing the ant lion to his friends? The ruthlessness which the lion showed in putting the meat ant down disturbed Max, who was disgusted by the atrocity of the lion in disposing of the meat ant. Therefore, he changed his mind about showing the ant lion to his friends. Well, students, today we read the story The Ant Lion and did its exercises. Hopefully, you understood. Your today's home task is do the exercise A1 in your neat notebooks and prepare it as well. Okay, girls, Allah Hafiz.